There is a voice you hear more than any other. Not your parents, not societies, not even your enemies. It's the voice you speak to yourself with, quietly, consistently, every single day. Most people never question it. They let it run on autopilot, complaining, justifying, seeking comfort, asking for permission. Stoic philosophy treats that inner voice differently. Not as motivation, not as positive thinking, but as discipline. Because whatever you repeat internally becomes your operating system. It shapes your reactions, your standards, your tolerance for weakness, especially your own. The Stoics understood something modern culture forgot. You don't rise or fall because of what happens to you. You rise or fall because of what you tell yourself when it happens. If your inner voice is undisciplined, your life will be chaotic. If it is clear, firm, and principled, your life will slowly align with it. Today is not about feeling better. It's about speaking correctly to yourself, on purpose, every day. Rule 1. I control my reactions, nothing else. I control my reactions, nothing else. This is the foundation of Stoic discipline. You do not control people, outcomes, timing, or fairness. The moment you try, you surrender your peace. What remains, always, is your response. Between what happens and how you act, there is a brief pause. That pause is where power lives. Most people never use it. They react instantly, emotionally, predictably. And by doing so, they hand control to the outside world. The Stoics trained themselves to guard this space relentlessly, not by suppressing emotion, but by refusing to be ruled by it. When provoked, you pause. When disrespected, you choose restraint. Say this daily. My reaction belongs to me. If you lose that, you lose everything that follows. Rule 2. I don't need validation to be right. Most people don't fail because they are wrong. They fail because they need permission to stand firm. The need for validation is a quiet form of dependence. It makes your confidence conditional. You wait for agreement before you trust your own judgment. And the moment approval disappears, so does your resolve. Stoicism rejects this completely. A Stoic does not outsource his sense of right and wrong. He measures himself against principles, not applause, against character, not consensus. Say this to yourself daily. I do not need to be understood to be correct. When you stop seeking validation, your decisions become calmer, cleaner, and harder to manipulate. Inner authority replaces noise, and with it comes a rare kind of freedom. Rule 3. Discomfort is not a signal to quit. Modern life teaches you to escape discomfort immediately. If something feels hard, awkward, or slow, you're told something is wrong. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Discomfort is not danger. It is friction, and friction is how strength is formed. Every time you avoid what is uncomfortable, you train yourself to be fragile. Every time you stay present through it, you harden your character. The Stoics practiced this deliberately. Cold, hunger, silence, effort. Not to suffer, but to remove fear from hardship. Say this to yourself daily. Discomfort is part of the process, not a warning sign. When you stop treating resistance as an enemy, endurance replaces anxiety, and discipline quietly takes root. Rule 4. Not everything deserves my energy. Your energy is limited. Most people spend it as if it isn't. They argue with strangers, explain themselves to those who don't listen, and react to every provocation. By the end of the day, they are exhausted, but accomplished nothing of value. Stoicism treats energy as a resource that must be guarded. Not every comment requires a reply. Not every conflict deserves engagement. Sometimes the most disciplined action is withdrawal. Say this to yourself daily. I choose where my energy goes. When you stop feeding distractions, clarity returns. Focus sharpens, and what once pulled you into chaos loses its grip. control your energy, and you quietly control your life. Rule 5. I am responsible, even when it's unfair. Life is not fair. Stoicism never promised that it would be. What it offers instead is something stronger: responsibility. The moment you blame circumstances, people, or the past, you give them control over your state of mind. A Stoic takes ownership even when the situation is unjust. Not because he caused it, but because he refuses to be shaped by it. Responsibility is not about guilt. It is about power. Say this to yourself daily: I am responsible for my response, regardless of fairness. Blame feels relieving in the moment, but it weakens you over time. Responsibility is heavier, but it makes you free. Rule 6. I can walk away without explaining. Most people stay too long because they feel obligated to explain themselves. They argue, justify, and seek understanding from those already committed to misunderstanding them. This is not strength, it is an attachment. Stoicism teaches a quieter form of dignity. You are not required to convince everyone. You are not required to defend every decision. Sometimes the most self-respecting move is silence and distance. Say this to yourself daily: I can walk away without explaining. Walking away is not avoidance. It is clarity in action. When something costs you your peace, distance becomes discipline. And discipline is the foundation of inner freedom. Rule 7. My character matters more than my feelings. Feelings are loud, immediate, and temporary. Character is quiet, consistent, and permanent. Most people let their emotions decide their actions, then wonder why their lives feel unstable. Stoicism reverses this order. A Stoic does not ask, "What do I feel like doing?" He asks, "What kind of person am I choosing to be?" Emotions come and go, principles remain. Say this to yourself daily: my character matters more than my feelings. When you act from principle instead of impulse, your life gains coherence. Calm replaces regret. And over time, your emotions begin to follow the standards you set, rather than control them. These 7 statements are not meant to make you feel comforted. They are meant to keep you aligned. Stoicism was never about soothing the mind. It was about training it. What you say to yourself each day becomes your internal law. Over time, that law shapes your reactions, your boundaries, and your character. When your inner voice is disciplined, the outside world loses much of its power over you. You don't need to repeat these words loudly. You don't need to convince anyone else. You only need consistency. Say them when you are calm. Say them when you are tested. Especially then. Strength is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in quiet repetition. Master your inner dialogue, and you begin to master yourself. That is the Stoic path: simple, demanding, and unshakable.